All right, we're at Lake Elsinore here. I came out to see what was going on here, and what do you know? Team Honda has the place rented. And check it out, we got Blake Savage in the house. Blake, how you doing, man?
I'm doing real well. It's been a while, and yeah, I haven't seen your face for a couple of years, I think. So it's always, nice surprise to run into you here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I felt the same way. I came in and go, what the heck? There's Blake Savage. It's I mean, of course, we had to break the ice. Every time we see each other, we have to talk about the
Yeah.
incident, the bottle from the back of the truck incident.
Yeah.
Derek Schuster.
Yeah, that story's too good or bad, whoever you ask, to ever forget about that one. So
we won't go into details, but ask Derek Schuster and he'll tell you. Yeah, I think he's still mad about it.
Yeah.
At least we laugh.
Yeah, I think he actually took it pretty well. But I was, if maybe I wasn't on the team, I was someone else, I think Derek would have probably kicked my ass.
Yeah, there would have been some more trouble. But,
yeah.
All right, so obviously we haven't seen you in a little while. I mean, we were talking a little bit before we started this, but what the heck's keeping you busy these days, man? Are you still living in Utah?
Yeah, Utah is still what I call home. And for me, I've just been, ever since, I guess, the last 5 years, I had an opportunity to, I was kind of still in that transition of racing, still committed to go racing, and then I ended up, finding this different outlet that I could start to focus on and kind of make a different career out of myself and start making money, and I did, and it was honestly the right decision for me, looking back. And I guess ever since then, a lot of education, a lot of learning, a lot of working with some different riders, and I think a lot of people will know that I first started with Ken, and we were training together, and at the time, I was like kind of in that racing mindset, and we kind of started back in 2015, and I was training with him, getting ready for actually the Canadian Nationals, and then after that year, we just got along really well. We trained good together, and we're kind of on the same level there. And obviously Ken's so much better than me on a motorcycle, and his talent level is crazy. So I ended up just kind of seeing that I wasn't going to make it to the place I wanted to in the sport, and I became a trainer and had a really good mentor right away, and then I was kind of just like the training mule for Ken, if you will. So it was that for a few years, and then slowly graduated to more of an important role with Ken, and then even more. And now I'm kind of the guy calling the shots, with a lot of stuff. And obviously him and I have been through a lot together, and it seems like we're still on this path of, for him trying to win a championship and get him to be kind of the guy he was before his injury. But so therefore that's opened up a lot of opportunity for me to learn too, because it hasn't just been a straight like, hey, this guy's just talented and things are going easy. There's been a lot of hurdles and a lot of things to learn along the way, and I feel like that has opened up a big opportunity for me to learn, and for what I'm doing now, it's hugely valuable. And yeah, it seems like, I guess at the time we're in a little bit of a low, but it does seem like we're getting a little bit better. But what he's had to overcome is quite insane. And so that's what I do now. I've got about 5 or 6 years now under my belt, and I feel like I'm really enjoying this new kind of job, I guess.
All right, now I got to ask you, did you meet Ken through your sister, or did your sister meet Ken through you? Is that a question you get?
Well, I guess it was like my sister was an agent, working for athletes, and Ken had an agent through the same agency. It was Wasserman Media Group at the time, and then she went on to meet Ken, and I don't know exactly how that happens, but I'm pretty sure that happened first, and then it was like within a couple days after, he's like, your brother races and stuff, and like have him come train with me, and then things just kind of clicked right away for us. And he lived only one exit from me. I could literally ride my bike to his house, and then we go hit the trails from there and go to the gym at his place, or so it was like kind of this fluid thing where Courtney started to talk to him, initially, and then shortly after I was introduced, and he's like, I need a training partner, so tell your brother to hop in with me, and we kind of just, we started to get along right away and saw a little bit, some benefit that we could give each other at the time.
Nice. Now, I mean, obviously you're a high-level racer. We talked about a little bit about this before, but I got to ask you this. Tell everybody what it is that keeps you, gets the adrenaline going these days. Obviously, you're not racing the dirt bikes anymore, but you are, you're doing something else.
Yeah. I mean, racing for me is always going to be in my blood. It's what I grew up knowing, and I realized after I was done racing, I didn't really miss the feeling of going to the track anymore, and the whole, like, it's a lot of work, and so at one point when I was done with that, I noticed I had this kind of like this want, this missing feeling, but I didn't really want to like load up my dirt bike and go racing. So I have obviously after my injury and things like that, that really sort of narrows my window of what I can do and what opportunities I have to go, be competitive with things like that. And that's really like my escape is having those racing emotions and feeling like a racer. So I have a racing like a simulator for cars. There's so many different cars that you can choose from in different classes and things like that, and it really does give you kind of a real world experience into what that is, and the people that you're racing are very much making real decisions, and you can see that and you can experience it. So for me, I'm kind of always putting myself into this simulation of racing, and to me that's the healthiest thing for me. I know is kind of, if I'm having a bad day, I just hop on that thing, and I guess depending if I have a good race or a bad race, that thing can turn my day around and put a smile on my face.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I think I speak for everybody when I say it's great to see a smile on your face, great to see you're happy and doing well, and you got a great life carved out for yourself here with Team Honda and everything, and that's really cool to see. So really nice to see you. I guess sounds like you'll be at A3, so I'll see you there as well.
Yeah, thank you. It was really good running into you.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot for the chat.
Thank you. See ya.